That's me, Chimpo, star reporter for the Monkey Review, the only monkey monthly in the world. I'm on my way in to see the big boss himself, and it must be important, otherwise he wouldn't have sent for me. Dolly is Big Boss's right-hand girl, as beautiful and efficient as ever. Hello, Dolly. A little something I picked up in Paris on my last assignment. French perfume brings out the monkey in Dolly. No, no, my dear, you can't peel it. You're supposed to dab it behind your ears. Soon Dolly is filling me in on all the latest office gossip. It seems I'm to be sent on a rush assignment which can only be entrusted to someone with my experience. Not even she can tell me any more than that. Except, be careful, Big Boss is in his usual Monday morning mood. But nothing daunts Scoop Chimpo, so into the the monkey's den. Big Boss is deeply engrossed in the latest developments on the cartoon page. Before we get down to business, a bit of the usual blah, blah. Oh, I couldn't agree more, sir. Now he's moving to the conference table, which means we're getting down to business at last. It appears that my assignment is very urgent. I am to fly to Namibia immediately and return within a single week with a comprehensive article on all animal, plant, bird, and insect life there. Big Boss never asks much of his reporters. Most important of all, plenty of photographs of pink flamingos for the title page. It seems 2 cub reporters have been sent ahead to meet me with the necessary equipment. Big Boss has entrusted me with his private jet and his very own camera, specially designed for tough safari assignments like this. Well, best of luck. Goodness gracious, what have I let myself in for? Here I am in the middle of the Namib Desert. I wasn't exactly expecting a brass band and a long red carpet, but a little welcome would have done worlds of good for my image. Sand, sand everywhere, as far as a chimp can see. They say that this is the oldest and most beautiful desert in the world, with sand dunes up to 1,000 feet high. Very impressive, all this sand, but very dangerous as well. In the heat of the day, the Namib can be hell on earth. Just as I thought, dry but not dead. What's that scrabbling around down there? It's a pompilled wasp. The female is busy preparing a storeroom in the sand. Here she keeps the food for her larvae, insects she has paralyzed with her sting. She covers them with sand and the job's done. Spiders are the pompilled wasp's main source of food. Quite a lot going on around here. Wow, a snake! Ah, what a welcome this is turning out to be. As you just saw, it buries itself in the sand to wait for prey. Better take the long way round. The sand viper snake is also known as the sidewinder because of the characteristic sideways movement with which it propels itself over the fine sand of the dunes. What? Another snake? No, it's only a lizard, but a very rare creature at that. Its spade-like snout allows it to bury itself in the sand in the twinkling of an eye. The body colouring exactly matches the fine dune sand in and on which it lives. Those fringes on its fingers and toes prevent it from sinking into the sand. What you're seeing now are not the lizard's early morning exercises. That rhythmic lifting and lowering of the legs has a completely different reason, a very burning reason, because the sand is scorching hot, and what looks like a ballet is just the lizard's way of not burning its fingers, or rather toes. Yes, the desert is living, and not living badly, although sometimes one's eyes are nearly too big for one's stomach. The basic law of nature, eat or be eaten. Oh dear, what sort of organization am I working for? Those two cub reporters were supposed to meet me here. Just a minute. What's that over there? Something's moving. Good morning, your lordship. Ah, well, at least they sent me a taxi, a ship of the desert. As long as it gets me there. Well, it's all right by me, but how the devil do I get up there? Oh, I am moving in high society these days. There's always room at the top for someone who tries. At least someone around here knows where he's going. This bush, the prickly plant called the narus, is the home of the desert cricket, otherwise known as the dickpens. What's this? Another fight to the death? No, just a friendly bit of rough and tumble. Like prehistoric animals with radio antenna. It seems that if they're not fighting, they're making love. Hello, off already and not even a parting kiss? That Romeo probably has a girl in every dune. This palmo gecko also lives in the sand dunes. Its feet are ideal for shoveling sand. It uses them to excavate the tunnels and holes in which it lives, like an enthusiastic little coal miner. Gracious me, it's hot. 120 in the shade, if there is any shade around. Whew. Wait a minute, I've got my own shade maker. Oh, drat these newfangled inventions. I never have been technically minded. If I don't get this open soon, I'll get sunstroke. At last. All right, your lordship, you may carry on. There's always something new to see. These happy little fellows are called tok-tokkies, black beetles, despite the fact that they are obviously full of life. These two lovers are on top of the world. As always, the most important thing is reproduction. Here, there are no inhibitions as far as courtships are concerned. But love in the open air can have its disadvantages. This passerby seems to think he's missing out on something. It's survival of the fittest, so may the best man win. Well, two's company, three's a crowd. Where are you going? Faint hearts never won fair lady. Oh, sorry, sir. Ah, there they are. Can't even sleep in peace around here. What? Are you still here? Go away. Here she is at last. There's a beetle that's hard to beat. Spoils to the victor. Namib Desert is full of new impressions. Not a sign of civilization and almost no rain. The cold west winds that originate in the Atlantic make it impossible for any rain clouds to form. The warmer east wind that blows from inland hardly has a chance to produce even a small rain shower. Thank heavens, at last my ship of the desert has reached the coast. Great squadrons of cormorants swirl around my head as a welcoming committee. Cormorants have a highly developed social life and are very gregarious. They nest together and lay their eggs in enormous colonies. The light-colored birds standing round like guardsmen are pelicans. Oh, these overcrowded beaches, they get worse every year. Watch this other seagull carefully because it's about to do something very clever. It lets go of the mussel falls onto the rocks below, the hard shell cracks open, and dinner is served. But now it's time to think of my own dinner. Fish is on the menu today. Very inquisitive, these pelicans. What's the matter? Never seen a fishing rod before? I may not be able to fly as well as you, but I bet I can catch more fish. There, what did I say? I've caught my first course already. Now for a change of scenery. I think it's safe to leave my fish where they are. Nobody has itchy fingers around here. Looks like there might be a few itchy beaks, though. Now, look here, you can't just steal my dinner like that. They call themselves pelicans, but I can think of a few better words for them. Be careful you don't choke yourself. Oh dear, bitten off a bit more than you can chew, have you? This could go on all day. Ah, well, come on, your lordship. Time to move on. I never was much of a one for fish anyway. My chauffeur really seems to know his way around this coast. Let's see what there is to be seen here. Ah, seals. Hundreds and thousands of them. The famous seal colony of Cape Cross. Now, let's have a good look. Oh, where's the sea gone? Ah, there it is. The South African Cape sea lions live in large colonies and remain on the same part of the coast from year to year. Each male seal has a large harem. Normally, each female has only one offspring. Twins are very rare. The young seals are inquisitive and adventurous. They have to learn how to look after themselves very quickly. That's extremely important when no one will make room for you to sit down. Careful, a black-backed jackal. Better find mother quickly. How on earth are you going to find her in this crowd? I've heard of starting at the bottom, but this is ridiculous. I know children should be seen and not heard, but would you mind getting off? Now mother is taking things in hand, or rather, in her mouth. The mothers recognize their offspring by their smell and the sound of their voice. Strangers are immediately rejected. There's something interesting over there. Some more lovemaking. It's spring, and the male seal has to hurry because his harem is not permanent. After a while, it will split up, and the females will move on to other parts of the beach and other mates. No, she's not angry. Those are just love bites. And here, a birth is taking place. Better have a closer look at this. A good chance to write down a detailed description. An opportunity like this doesn't come about very often. No, you just can't describe the birth of a baby seal. You really have to see it for yourself. Oh no, don't tell me I've caught desert fleas. Big Boss told me this might prove a ticklish proposition, but I didn't think he meant it literally. This Namibia is a big country, an interesting country, and a rich one, although the ground gives no clue as to the wealth that lies beneath it. Copper is only one of the many minerals that it hides. Gold and diamonds are also to be found more than anywhere else in the world, to say nothing of uranium. Wonderful plants grow here as well, for instance the Welwitschia mirabilis. These unusual cone shapes are the female flowers. The stem, nearly 2 feet thick and cylindrical, is buried under the ground. The 2 leaves, which are the result of a lifetime's work, are over 7 feet long and lie on the ground. The Welwitschia is also the home of the Welwitschia bug. It pierces a hole in the leaf with its needle-like nose and sucks up the juice. The plants live to be thousands of years old, which shows that the bugs don't do them any harm. Lucky bugs. Lucky plants, too. Well, here we are in the north of the Namib Desert, and his lordship's gone on strike. Says he's not moving another hoof because this is as far as he was paid to bring me. And then he charged me extra for baggage and wouldn't accept a credit card. Wait till I get my hands on those 2 cub reporters. A real pair of chumps they've turned out to be. Wait a minute, is that a mirage? No, it's a jeep. Goodness gracious me, whatever next? I must remember to apologize to the chimps if I ever find them. They knew what they were doing after all. And they remembered to leave the keys. If I'm to meet my deadline, I'd better get moving. Driving in the desert is nothing to an ace pilot like me. A martial eagle. No need to be nervous. What a wonderful feeling to be able to drive without having to bother about traffic signs and other drivers. There's so much to see. Those are oryx antelopes, also known as gemsboks. They are very strong and stand no nonsense from anybody. The ostriches get the message and leave them well alone. Let's see if there's anything happening here. Oh, there really are traffic signs out here. Zebra crossing ahead. Giraffes can see for a long way, and so could you if your eyes were on the 3rd floor. This cuddly couple are ground squirrels. They are master tunnelers and live together in small groups. Everyone shares the work, and there are no arguments. A bit of friendly wrestling doesn't harm anybody. Ah, the king of the beasts. My compliments, Your Majesty. They seem to be getting on a bit. Probably pensioners. That's it. Have a good lie down. Anybody would rather snore than roar in this heat. Over there in the background is a secretary bird. It's called secretary because of the prim colouring on its head, not because of the way it walks. Snakes give the secretary bird a wide berth because they are its favourite dish. All the animals are taking it easy. Everything seems to be so quiet and peaceful. But as is so often the case with the wild, things are not always what they seem. Something's cooking. The lionesses are preparing for the hunt. Lionesses do much more hunting than the males. They are the instinctive providers of food. But one can't be lucky all the time. Never mind, there'll be good hunting again tomorrow. The vultures couldn't care less. From their exalted position, they can see at least some were successful. And the lionesses always leave something behind. With all these lions and vultures around, I should put in for danger money. Still, must be getting on. Stop. This is worth having a look at. These are agamas, a species of lizard that is becoming very rare. Their proper name is Agama planiceps. They are very shy, and no wonder because their bright colouring attracts attention, and that hardly helps them in their battle for survival. As usual, the male is the more beautifully coloured. The female is much more discreet. The female is, as usual, the worker, no time for luxuries. It's getting near midday, time to get out of the sun. Ah, there's a nice shady place. That's a bit of luck. I've parked right next to a colony of South African mongoose. Not likely to be any snakes anywhere near them. There's nothing they enjoy more than eating eggs, anybody's eggs. They are the most notorious egg thieves of the African continent. They throw the eggs on the ground to crack the shells and sunny side up. Either that egg got hard-boiled in the sun, or he's busy inventing the game of egg ball. I know how he feels. On my last safari assignment, all my food was in tins, and I left the tin opener in my desk at the office. as always, dangerous rivals are never far away. This highly poisonous Cape cobra not only enjoys the occasional egg itself, it also lays them. Small wonder that the snake and the mongoose are age-old enemies. A battle to the death is inevitable. The mongoose have had a lot of practice in this sort of fight. One of them distracts the snake, while the others dash in and inflict a large number of wounds all over the snake's body. Eventually, when the snake is tired enough, a single mongoose will attack, jumping at the cobra's neck and sinking its needle-like teeth deep into the muscles, finally crushing the vertebrae, which puts a sudden and violent end to the snake's life. This time, it was the snake that lost, but the ways of nature are not cruel, they are merely impartial. Next time, it may be the turn of the mongoose. Now I really must be getting on. Time, tide, and deadlines wait for no monkey. Come to think of it, where are those chump reporters who were supposed to help me? I'll never finish in time at this rate. Stones, crags, boulders, it's a wonder anything can grow in all of this. But look, there really is life everywhere. The famous moringa tree. Its secret of survival is very simple. What you are looking at is a huge water container. The plant stores the water in its trunk and branches so that it can live through the dry season. On into the wilderness. Who knows what surprises are waiting round the next corner? Well, what have we got here? Hitchhikers in the middle of the desert and stark naked? I've got a funny feeling about these two. What's that you say? You and your brother were abducted by baboons and lost all your clothes in an all-night card game? Now, I know that I'm right. Only a chump would think up a story like that. It's the Chump brothers. Come along. You've wasted enough time as it is. Get in. We can talk on the way. Not on me. Sit in the next seat. Would you mind very much taking your hands off the steering wheel? I'm the driver. Now, before we start, I've got a few things to say to you two. First of all, what's that? Yes, perhaps it could have happened to anybody. Now, please don't get upset. I'm sorry if I was abrupt. I'm sorry. All right, we'll say no more about it. Pretend nothing ever happened. Just stop it. Don't you start. Oh, sorry, it wasn't you. Now, can we please get on? There's nothing much happening around here, so on we go. What's brewing here? Yes, it even rains sometimes in places where it never rains. Here, rainstorms are very short but very intense. It rains so hard that even the fish get wet. That is, they would if there were any, if you see what I mean. The rain stops, and overnight everything is transformed as though some god of rain had waved a massive magic wand. I really enjoyed that part of the journey. Very peaceful, especially now that the brothers Chump have calmed down. Here we are. Everybody out. Come on. Who's that knocking? Come in. Oh, a woodpecker, but not just any old woodpecker. This is the cardinal woodpecker, very regal. When the mating season arrives, he is overcome by the desire for a mate and hammers out his love call to the nearby females. I'm sure he won't have to wait long. Knock on wood. Ah, at last the chumps are making themselves useful. They've found a baby antelope. Hey, careful, that's Big Boss's personal handmade waterproof desert safari camera you're trying to eat. Hello, young fellow. Can I give you a lift anywhere? No? Well, you better get back to your mother while I see what those chumps are up to. I don't believe it. They found something else. Ah, those are suricats. It's an ancient Latin name, and these animals couldn't care less if they don't look much like cats. Now, if I'm very careful, I can get a really close look at them. Whoops, dear me, sometimes one just can't be careful enough. I'll just wait here patiently until they come back. Oh, a warthog. Go away. There's a good chap. Oh, drat. That's torn it. Never mind. We can take a look at the warthog instead. Here it is. Oh, that's interesting. The warthog kneels down to eat. Even the babies whose noses are much nearer to the ground. Charming. Don't worry, I'm not going to bother you. Excuse me. Hello. Would you mind fetching the camera, please? Thanks so much. Good. That should do it. Oh, there are some more over there. When something frightens them, the warthogs stick their tails in the air like little antennae and run like the wind. I seem to have picked a good place here. There's something interesting everywhere I look. I'll leave those two playing Tarzan and Jane for a while. A chameleon. I've never seen one before. Ouch! Now, that was a sticky moment. The chameleon can change its color at will, according to its mood or its need to blend into the background. An inquisitive spitting cobra is coming to investigate. The snake is the only animal that can come and go at the same time. To eat or not to eat? That is the question. Am I hungry enough? Is he tasty enough? I don't know. I'm a bit tired. Tarzan and Jane aren't the least bit interested in this battle of nerves. Meanwhile, back in the tree, our two antagonists have moved closer. A strange encounter of the animal kind. Look at the chameleon's eyes, independent suspension. No need for rear-view mirrors here. The chameleon has all-round vision. Goodbye. I'm sure I would have given you indigestion anyway. I see the Chump brothers have nothing in their heads but playtime. No feeling for zoology at all. If they're not careful, they'll end up in a circus. There's a good view from up here. Everybody seems to be fighting today. The battle of the sexes with a tragic ending. They were two praying mantis. Now there is only one praying mantis left, who's still alive, that is, the female. She literally loves her mate to death, and when the lovemaking is over, she has him for dessert. Ugh, now you know why I'm still a bachelor. This insect is called a praying mantis because it sits erect, usually with its two front legs raised to heaven, as if in an attitude of prayer, but nobody is taken in by this holier-than-thou attitude. The female mantis is a bloodthirsty lady who doesn't even draw the line at her own husband. Dying of love is one thing, but this is really going too far. Oh, I can't watch this anymore. Now what's going on? More mischief, I'll be bound. Where's your brother? All right, I'm coming. What's all the excitement about? Ah, well done, boys. You found a puff adder. Oh, dear. I'm afraid that mouse hasn't got a chance. One bite, and the mouse is as good as dead. The mouse may try to get away, but it won't be long before that poison works. The snake will soon find the dead mouse. That flickering tongue contains the olfactory organs. The snake is, in its own way, sniffing out its victim. And here it is. The snake eats its prey in one piece, usually head first. The only function of the teeth is to hold the mouse steady. Snakes do not chew. It'll take a long time before the mouse is completely swallowed. After all, it's quite a mouthful. As one muscular thrust follows another, the mouse slowly disappears. The jawbone of most snakes is attached to the head by flexible ligaments, allowing the snake to open its mouth incredibly wide. The gullet and the stomach are also very elastic. It can take hours to eat an animal of this size, but then one meal like this will last it for many weeks. Another tale with a tragic ending. Looks as though it swallowed a football. It's not very nice, is it? She's not yawning after all that hard work. She's just getting her jawbone back into place. This is hot and sticky work, though the heat doesn't seem to affect those two. I think I'll have a wash and cool off. Oh, there's no getting away from snakes around here. Here comes Big Brother to the rescue, arms to the teeth. Little Brother's staying well out of the way. That's an African python, non-poisonous but immense. Perhaps discretion is the better part of valor after all. Be careful, I don't think this is the right moment to go for a dip. But the danger has not passed, as our friends over there know only too well. Gosh, I'm thirsty. Is it safe to have a drink? Oh! Well, I must say, that wasn't very friendly. What a small world. One never knows when one's going to bump into some relation or other. Those baboons are distant cousins of mine, and they don't care for water, except for the occasional drink, of course. These fellows don't seem to be running true to form. It's obvious they're enjoying the water, and they're truly excellent swimmers. A thorn apple. I wonder what it tastes like. If you think you're getting any, you've got another thing coming. No need to worry. It's only a harmless honey badger, but he'd better watch out. These monkeys are great practical jokers. There. What did I say? Those cheeky baboons have gone and thrown him in the water. Come on, chaps, joke's over. Let the poor fellow out of the water. Oh, come on, just a little further. Nearly. Take no notice of them laughing. Here you are. You made it! Now the baboons are trying it on with someone else. Don't you know when you're not wanted? Come on, my dear, let's make ourselves scarce. Stupid monkeys. The baboons live together in large families and stick to one another like glue. Some people claim that they are highly intelligent, but I doubt it. Their diet is usually vegetarian, but they sometimes eat small animals. For them, the smallest puddle immediately becomes a swimming pool. This little chap looks like he's in training for the Olympics. He certainly swims well enough. That looks like a lot of fun. What a shame I'm afraid of water. All this driving is getting to be very tiring, but I daren't let either of the chumps drive. Heaven knows what would happen. I bet neither of them has a driving license anyway. Behave yourself! You're driving me bananas! What was that? Ah, only a white-tailed gnu. I'm getting so nervous that even a harmless old antelope makes me jump. I think I'll stop and have a rest by this small lake. Out with Big Boss's trusty safari camera and on with my work. The dance of the dragonflies. Good. I still have some film left, so what else is there to see? What on earth? Ah, dung beetles. These beetles are to be found on the manure left behind by various animals. The insects roll the dung into balls and then lay their eggs in them. Later, the dung will also serve as a source of food for the developing larvae. I bet Big Boss will be pleased with these shots. A good wash and brush up after the dirty work. The dung beetle, or scarab beetle, was worshipped in ancient Egypt. It was a symbol of the sun god. But enough of history. An ace reporter like myself has to look ahead. That's enough for today. I must get a good night's sleep because the beetles have invited me to one of their dung ball races in the morning. Never before seen by monkey. Another exclusive for Scoop Chimpo, reporter extraordinaire. When the sun comes up, preparations are underway. Hopeful contestants are flying in from far and wide. These large, heavy beetles can fly better than one would think. Some of them need to brush up on their landing technique. The contestants are now in the paddock, taking charge of their officially recognized dung balls, registered and weighed in earlier by the stewards of the course. Some contestants get their mounts mixed up, a clear case of pre-race nerves. The first competitors approach the starting gate. Another difference of opinion in the paddock. One of the jockeys seems to resent the last-minute advice he is getting from his trainer. Prima donnas are the same the world over. Come on, lads. The boxing match is next week. Ah, here comes the owner to sort things out. Listen here, you two. You better cut this out immediately or you'll never ride another of my dung balls again. This is one of the rank outsiders. The punters don't think much of his form. And here is one of the favorites. He stands a good chance, if he doesn't fall. Oh dear. Would spectators please clear the course? The betting windows are now opening. And here come the bookies. Come over here, you lot. Look here, chaps. If number 2 comes in, we're all in trouble. That tortoise just placed a very heavy bet. Now here comes the last competitor to the starting gate. Alert, alert, jockey's mounted. If he can wake up the other competitors, maybe we can get this race on the road. The Chump brothers bet their last peanut on number 4. Everybody awake, jockey's mounted, and they're off. And number 3 is very quick out of the gate, closely followed by number 6. But none of them is a match for the favorite, number 2. What style, what an extraordinary way to run a race. He's back to front. Oh, it's just been whispered to me, this is the way these dung ball races are run. Number 4's an interesting mount, showed a lot of promise the last time out, tends to be erratic and aggressive on the rails. There's the biggest bettor on the course. Old man Tortoise shelled out a lot of money to bring his son in to watch this spectacle. The brothers Chump are in a dismal mood. Number 4 is trailing badly. What's this? Number 2's fallen, and he's trying to claim number 4's mount. Don't let him get away with it. Thank goodness for that. We're saved, lads. Now, who's ahead? Number 6. Number 6? What's happened to number 4? Where the devil is he? He lost a lot of time chasing number 2 off the course, but here he comes again, having recaptured his mount, piling on the pressure from behind. Number 6 is making a plucky effort, but the outsider, number 4, has really got the bit between his teeth. There's no stopping him now. What did we tell you, bookie? Yes, there's no stopping number 4 now. He's approaching the turning point, but number 6 is narrowing the lead. Here's number 6 having a little difficulty with the obstacle. No cheating now. You have to go around it. Disqualified. Get off the course. The out-of-town bookies don't think much of that at all. And number 4 is still comfortably in the lead. The Chumps are beside themselves with delight. The chief steward is incensed by all the cheating going on in this race. Just look at them. What a mess. Got to watch out for pickpockets at big race meetings like this. Looks like number 4 is the clear winner of this race. As a matter of fact, the also-rans have decided to forfeit the competition and move off the course. And here comes number 7. Number 7? There's no number 7 in this race. Go back. You're in the next one. Yes, it's number 4, a clear winner by 124 lengths. I'm so pleased for the chumps. If they've got nothing else from this trip, at least they'll be able to buy some decent clothes when they get back. Now, all we've got to do is to find those bookies. Early the next day, we're back on the job. A posse of ostriches in a hurry to get somewhere. No lane discipline at all. Better let them get on with it. I'll just stop for a minute and see if I can get some good shots. Come on, girls. Doesn't anybody want to dance with me? Perhaps not. How about you? No? Look at that demi-plie in first position. She must be the star of the ballet. I see what's happening now. This is a rehearsal of some sort. I wonder what for. Ostrich Lake, perhaps? No, I don't think there's an opening in the chorus for you. But don't ask me, I'm not the choreographer. Well, there's no need to be like that. Even the most sophisticated of audiences get carried away sometime. Off the stage, come on, there's a good chap. Well, it looks as though the rehearsal's over for today. Thank you, ladies, and goodbye. That was a very pleasant interlude, I must say. Better have a quick look around before we carry on. That's a water buffalo. They say that these water buffalo drink as much as 10 gallons of water a day. Food for thought. Here are our ballet lovers again. Allow me to introduce them properly. Mr. and Mrs. Rhinoceros and son. A little dance for the neighbors, who remain singularly unimpressed. Wait a minute. Somebody's giving the alarm. A cheetah is approaching. It looks very much like a leopard, but its legs are considerably longer. It also has a much smaller head. It's every man for himself. The antelopes and the wild beasts are the first to disappear. Even the buffalo make themselves scarce. Fearless I may be, stupid I am not. Time to get out of the way. But I'm just small fry. The cheetahs have their eye on bigger game. A short fight, and it's all over. The chase is over. A proud hunter relaxes after dinner. Today, the whole family gets something to eat. The baby's bird-like cry is a recognition signal for the parents. Time to beat a retreat if I don't want to end up as the second course. Wait, what's that up there? A penthouse for social weavers? A communal nest, which they also sublet to snakes and other small animals. That's what I call community living. Look what I found. Butterflies, thousands of them. If I stretch out my legs for a few minutes, I can jot down some first-hand impressions. Let me see now. No, that's no good. This is so beautiful, I can't think of anything to say. Oh, what's that? Oh dear, there seems to have been an accident, but the removal men are taking care of it. A relative comes to say a last goodbye. Now, where was I? Did I hear something? Is somebody up there? Good Lord! What on earth was that? Ah, that's a lynx, an African caracal. How on earth am I supposed to concentrate? Is that you again? Would you mind leaving me in peace? Cheeky devil. Oh, I see. You want to play, do you? Well, I'm terribly sorry, old boy, but I have to be off. Lord knows what mischief those Chump brothers are up to now. I've left them alone for far too long. I'm slowly getting to know those two. As soon as they get bored, trouble starts. I dread to think of what they've cooked up while I've been away. They can't drive away because I've got the keys, so I think I'm safe there. Oh, no. I've just had a terrible thought. The tires. They wouldn't do that to me, would they? They wouldn't let the air out of the tires. Oh, gracious me, I'd better hurry. I was right, you little devils. Now, what are we going to do? I'm a reporter, not a car mechanic. You two really are the limit. We have to meet the plane to take us home tomorrow night. And here we are, stuck in the middle of nowhere without a spare tire. Ah, well, let's see if there's anything we can use. Thank heaven for that. A pump. Come on, all hands to the pump. On second thoughts, I'd better do this alone. No, I can manage without your help, thank you very much. I think you two have helped quite enough for one day. Now, go over there and behave yourselves. That's more like it. Don't let the back tire down as well. That's that. Everybody in. Come on, hurry up. Wave goodbye to the social weavers. What busy little chaps they are. See you when we come back next year, if we ever get home, that is. It's a good job those elephants are going in the other direction. We could get stuck behind them for hours. That will be a good photo for the family album. And keep your nose out of my business in future. It's good to have a little company when you go for an afternoon walk. Elephants are vegetarians and are very sensitive creatures. They're very easily frightened. I'm beginning to realize what long-distance lorry drivers feel like. But at last I can enjoy the countryside. Time to look for a place to camp the night. These ground squirrels seem happy enough, so there can't be much danger around here. They can smell the fire I'm making. It gets very cold out here at night. Our last night in Africa. Ah, that's better. There's nothing like a good hot cup of tea after a hard day's work. Hot food at last. I was getting a bit bored with those sand sandwiches. Not with your hands. Where are your manners? This is how you do it. Look, with a spoon. Ugh, I must say, watching you two is enough to make anyone lose his appetite. Why can't you take an example from me? Learn a bit of class, be distinguished and elegant. Ah, come on now. No time for dessert. We have to get to bed and make an early start. We can wash up tomorrow morning. Ah, now then, let me think. Have I covered everything? Is there anything missing? Oh, I've just remembered. The pictures of the pink flamingos for the front page. They're supposed to be at some lagoon where the plane is to meet us. Oh, let's hope we get there in time. Ah, I didn't sleep a wink all night. That's a good start to the day, I must say, surrounded by vultures. These flying scavengers are constantly on the lookout for other people's leftovers. Nothing escapes them. This kudu bull met an untimely end yesterday. Here is an uninvited guest, the marabou. It is easy for it to pick out the delicacies with its long beak. It knows it doesn't have much time before those vultures arrive and spoil everything. And here they come. The vultures approach very carefully. They won't start eating until the coast is clear. The slightest hint of danger, and they'll keep their distance. The feast begins. The sensible marabou steps to one side. Too much competition. But he knows that while the vultures are distracted, he can always steal the odd beakful. Those vultures are far too greedy. Not the sort of people I'd invite to dinner, that's for sure. Now there's so many of them, they're having to queue up. And as always, there are arguments about who was next in line. Their habits and appearance may be unsavory, but they, along with hyenas and other carrion eaters, serve a very important function. They are, so to speak, the sanitary engineers of the wilderness. Without them, there would be dead, rotting bodies lying all over the place, most unhealthy. And if this necessary work has earned them an unpleasant reputation, well, that's life. The powerful wings with their enormous span allow the vultures to gain altitude very quickly after takeoff. These vultures are truly masters of the art of flying. Their speciality, high gliding. They may be ugly on the ground, but in the air they are transformed into elegant, breathtaking flying machines. This vast landscape puts everything into perspective. That's us down there. As long as my passengers keep behaving themselves, we can make up for lost time. I spoke too soon. Here, have an apple and shut up. As long as we've stopped, I might as well go and investigate that tree over there. Anything to be seen here? There, I thought so. Harvester termites. While one termite cuts the grass, another transports it to the nest. A perfect division of labor, something those Chump brothers could learn about. We've seen one or two of those before. That's a dung ball, and it provides nourishment for the termite larvae. Caution, long load. Look, as soon as my back is turned, they're at it again. Instead of waiting till we get home to buy some more clothes with their race winnings, they're now after my wardrobe. That's enough now. Put everything back where you found it. We only have a couple of hours to get to the lagoon and film those pink flamingos. I just hope they're there. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's backseat drivers. I know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going. We turn at the third dune on the left, and that's where the lagoon is. What did I say? There's the lagoon and lots of pelicans. And lots of pink flamingos. I'm saved. Flamingos have an unusual beak. It works like a sieve. Water goes in, everything else stays behind. Now then, where's the camera? Come on, out of the way. Don't start now, please. Will you please cooperate for once? Be quiet. You'll scare the flamingos away. Now, where have you hidden that camera? If I ask you very nicely, will you please tell me where the camera is? Oh, you really are too much. And stop making all that noise. Now look what you've done. That's the last flamingo taking off. What on earth is Big Boss going to say? Come on, that's our plane over there. No film of flamingos. It's all your fault, and I'll get the blame. Come on, get in. I've had an idea. Now listen carefully. We'll tell Big Boss we ran out of film. No, that won't do. We'll say the flamingos simply weren't there. Well, they weren't there for long, were they? Big Boss will have to send us back next year on another assignment. Meanwhile, we'll get you some clothes and teach you some manners. Goodbye, Africa. See you next year.